35 minutes. That is unbelievable, just totally remarkable. So our deputies that arrived immediately saw a note on the bed where she said, "I'm going to be with a female friend. I'll be gone for 2 or 3 days. I'm safe. I want to help her out. I'll see you soon." And from there they went to her devices. And from the devices they determined that, oh my gosh, she's being groomed by a sexual predator. And they were able to determine, well, let's see, they're probably in a motel based on the information we can gather real quickly. And our deputies all ran to the different hotels and found his vehicle in the parking lot. They immediately went to the office and said, we got to know where this guy is, and they told the room number. Our deputies knocked on the door. He opened the door wearing his underwear. We went into the room, and guess what? We found this child hiding in the bathroom wearing this dog collar. This child was wearing this dog collar. She was in a t-shirt and her underwear as well. Not only was she wearing that dog collar, she had this lanyard with this pacifier around her neck. You see, she was directed. He was the dominant, she was the submissive, and he was with his little girl. This is one of the most sick things you can ever imagine. And our deputies got there within 35 minutes, and still it was too late. He had sexually battered this child. But the positive side, if there is one, many times these children end up dead at the end of this play period. Our deputy saved her life, in my estimation, that day, and we certainly saved her from any further sexual abuse by getting there as rapidly as we did. So we interviewed this monster, and he confessed. You know what his defense was? Well, I thought she was 14 or 15. Are you kidding me? Oh, if you thought she was 14 or 15, are you kidding me? Oh, if you thought she was 14 or 15, why was your password into your computer her date of birth? Which clearly shows that she's 10 years of age. We have the victim in counseling today. I can't tell the parents that watch this enough, and you'll hear me say it over and over. You must know what electronic devices your children are on. You must monitor all of their activity, because there's monsters like this. And he drove from Miami up to attack her. She was his toy. He was the dominant. She was the submissive. He spent 6 weeks, and she was to do what he told her to do. So it doesn't get any worse than that. We charged him with kidnapping, which is a life felony, sexual battery by a suspect over 18 on a child under 12, which is a capital felony. We charged him with traveling to meet a minor, which is a second-degree felony. So far, we've charged him with 5 counts of possession of child pornography. That's a felony of the 3rd degree. If he has 10 or more counts, they all go to a felony of the 2nd degree. And by the way, we've not completed the investigation of his electronic devices. That's still underway. We anticipate all of those charges to go to F2s. We charged him with 3 counts of directing the sexual performance of a child, because you see, he directed in his dominant role for her to do sexual things and send those pictures to him, for which he had on his devices. And we charged him with 2 counts of using a computer to seduce a child. Now, let me tell you what was shocking to us. When we told this horrible creature what he was charged with, he says, yeah, after we get this cleared up at the jail, can you give me a ride back to my car? It's like, dude, you're never going to need a car again. You're not going to need a driver's license, because you're going to go to state prison for the rest of your life. Do you know why? Because the Supreme Court ruled many years ago that on a capital case, we can't put you to death for this like we could at one time. He has no idea the gravity of this situation. It's all just child's play to him. Well, I can promise you this. The community should be outraged, and I'm sure they are. Our detectives were outraged. Our deputies that busted into that room to save that child, and I've left details out that we can't share with you, or we wouldn't publicly, that we saw there, that was even more outrageous than a 10-year-old child wearing a dog collar around her neck. So at the end of the day, the case is under investigation, but make no mistake about it. Let me underscore this. There are people on this computer and these different chat rooms and these different children's chat rooms and these different game rooms looking for your child to groom them, convince them this is okay, and engage them in the same conduct, and possibly, as we see often, at the end of the game plan, murder them. So that's that. Well, if that's not enough, we need your help today.